What is this and what will happen if you see one in the sky? Let me explain. So these are the supernovas, a life-ending event for a massive or a white dwarf star, which can emit the same amount of energy which will take our sun its entire lifetime. Supernovas are an explosion of energy, X-rays, cosmic waves, radio waves and elements. Now, those who wants to know where the words supernova comes from, it's from Latin language. Now, the most awaited answer. If we had a supernova nearby, it will look like a full moon or a very bright star, except our sun, of course, and it will take weeks or months to fade, and we can see it even in the daylight. Now, a small plug-in. If you want to see more content like this, with the different and unique topics other than astronomy, please like this video and subscribe the channel. Now, the main question is how supernova take place. So supernova mainly has two mechanisms. One is core collapse and second one is the thermonuclear fusion. Starting with core collapse, presently the star has exhausted its all fuel. This burning fuel produces heat and that heat produces pressure. This pressure creates outward force which opposes the gravity to stabilize the star. But now, as the star has exhausted its all fuel, there is no pressure to oppose the gravity. And then the gravity destabilizes a star, collapsing it into its own core, making it undergo supernova. Moving on to the next one, runaway nuclear fusion. This process takes place in the binary system. This is a system of two stars which revolves around each other. In this process, one or both can be the white dwarf stars, which are roughly the size of our sun. These stars can collide and go into the supernova. Or the second case, star A absorbs enough energy from star B and its core temperature reaches high enough to start a carbon fusion. This causes the accumulation of hydrogen on the surface, which under suitable conditions heats up to whopping 20 million Kelvin, triggering the runaway fusion. This process releases large amount of energy, causing the star to go supernova. Now, the new question arises, that is there any types in supernova? So the answer is yes. There are mainly two types of supernova, type 1 and type 2. And the main difference between the two is type 1 is almost 3 times brighter and expand 2 times faster and don't has hydrogen spectrum. Let's expand these types. Starting with type 1. Type 1 has 3 subgroups, that is IA, IB and IC, which are divided on the basis of their spectrum and their way of going into supernova, which is uncertain except IA, which goes through runaway nuclear fission. Now, the next one, the type 2. Type 2 supernova goes through core collapse and has the classic explosion which you heard or saw on the internet. This type has massive star as the progenitor with 8 solar masses, which is 8 times the mass of our own sun. But there is also a hidden or unclassified type, which are type 3, type 4 and type 5. Zwicky defined additional supernova types based on a very few examples that did not clearly fit in the parameters for type 1 or type 2 supernova. Supernova 1961I in NGC 43303 was the prototype and only member of type 3 supernova class, noted for its broad light curve maximum and broad hydrogen Balmer lines, which are slow to develop in the spectrum. But what happens when star cannot become a supernova? What if for some reason the star failed to become a supernova? Now in this case, the star becomes the stellar remnant black hole. Yes, a black hole. Now the turn of the question you didn't think of is who was the first person who saw these supernovas and when and where. So the prehistoric people of Indian subcontinent witnessed the oldest possible supernova HB9 around 4500 plus minus 1000 BC and recorded on the rock of Burzama region of Kashmir, and another witnessed by Chinese astronomers in 185 AD. Now, you would be interested to see a supernova by yourself. So the latest supernova is about to happen in 2024. T Coronae Borealis or TCRB, which is about 3000 light years from Earth, is about to blow, but there is no certain date about them because it is next to impossible to predict the exact date. Now, at the end, supernova are the most beautiful yet complex life-ending events in the universe, and I tried to simplify it for you. I hope you liked it. Help me by supporting the channel, and you know what to do. Subscribe, like, share and comment, and don't forget to ring that bell. Have a good day or night.